Si Abigail na-remove. Okay, so today's lesson is about the chain, the chain rule of differentiation. So although we can already differentiate the square root of x, when we differentiate that, that will be equal to x raised to the power of 1/2 or negative or positive 1/2 x raised to the power of negative 1/2 or 1 over 2 square root of x. Since meron siyang radical sign sa denominator, you have to rationalize that. That's equal to the square root of x over 2x. Okay? We can also differentiate x cubed plus 1, that is equal to 3x squared. We can also differentiate cube root of x, that is equal to x raised to the power of 1/3, which is 1/3 x. What's 1/3 minus 1? That's negative 2/3. So that will be 1 over 3. This is x to the power of 2/3 or 1 over 3 cube root of x squared. So we have to rationalize kasi meron siyang radical sign sa denominator. We multiply both sides not by cube root of x squared but cube root of x to the fourth. Okay? So over cube root of x to the fourth, that will be cube root of x to the fourth over 3 cube root of x to the sixth. So cube root of x to the fourth over 3x squared. The rationale behind multiplying both the numerator and the denominator by the cube root of x to the fourth, because the next multiple of 3 is 6. Kapag ang i-multiply mo kasi dito ay 1 over 3 cube root of x squared, kapag ang i-multiply mo kasi dyan ay cube root of x squared lang, ang lalabas niyan ay, ang baba mo dito ay 3 cube root of x to the fourth. May matitira ka pang x dyan sa loob. Kasi yan ay equal kay 3 squared. Ilalabas mong x dyan, meron ka pang cube root of x na matitira na iikot na naman yung solution. So mag-iisip ka ngayon ng pinakamalapit na multiple of 3 and that is 6. So para ma-produce natin ang x to the 6, kailangan mo siyang i-multiply ng x to the 4, not x cubed. Kasi we don't multiply the exponent when we do multiplication. We add the exponent when we do multiplication. Okay? However, we can't yet differentiate square root of x cubed plus 1. So for us to be able to do this, we need a rule. We need a rule that will tell us how to differentiate composite functions whose derivatives we already knew. So we have to do some compositions of functions here. In those functions that we composite, we can easily find the derivative. And the rule that I am talking about is called the chain rule. And this is by far the trickiest derivative rule. However, it is not that difficult if you carefully focus on few important points. So here it is, the rule or the chain rule theorem. So the chain rule theorem states that if the function g is differentiable at x and the function f is differentiable at f of x, then the composite function f circle g or f composed of g is differentiable at x. And f composed of g prime of x, that is equivalent to f, the derivative of f of g of x multiplied by the derivative of g of x. Let's make the theorem into a simpler one kasi mukhang para sa inyo ay ano siya, parang alien ang dating ng theorem na yun. Huminto si sir. Yeah, huminto ako kasi inayos ko muna yung table. Okay, so let's say for example, you have here the chain rule. I mean, you have here the two functions. F of x is equal to x to the 10th power and g of x is 2x cubed minus 5x squared plus 4. Okay? When we are going to do some compositions of functions here, um, since our f of x is x to the 10th power, then the f prime of x here is 10x raised to the 9th power. That's the definition ng ating derivative na naunang lesson. And our derivative of g of x here is 6x squared minus 10x. And by definition, we have f circle of g of x, which is equal to f of g of x. So magiging, del x to the 10th yan, ang ating f ay x to the 10, tapos ang x mo ngayon ay papalitan mo ng g, which is 2x cubed minus 5x squared plus 4 raised to the 10th power. So kung gagamitan ngayon natin siya ng definition ng chain rule, that's f, mali ako, circle of g prime of x, that is equal to f prime of g of x multiplied by g prime of x, which is 2x cubed minus 5x squared plus 4 raised to the 10th power. So by chain rule, how do we do chain rule here? That's 10, 2x cubed minus 5x squared plus 4. Ang 10, that will be 10 minus 1, that's 9. And then the derivative of 2x cubed minus 5x squared plus 4. So the final answer would be 10, 2x cubed minus 5x squared plus 4 raised to the 9th power. In the derivative of our g of x na compute na natin kanina, that's 6x squared minus 10x. And this is now the final answer. Okay? You don't need to do the derivative here and here. Okay lang na idiretso mo mula dito papunta na dito sa final answer. What I am trying to explain here is pinakita ko na ito ay composition ng function ng f circle of g of x papunta kay f circle of g prime of x. Okay? Question? No question. Let's have example 1.1. So we have sine x as our first function, and second function here is x squared plus 3. So we have f of circle of g of x prime, that's f prime of g of x, and then g prime of x. Ano yung derivative ni sine x? Derivative niya ay, ano? Ang f prime of x natin, kung sine x to, that's cosine x. Ang g prime of x natin ay 2x. Nalimutan na ba? O hindi kabisado. So we have there, cosine, ang x natin ay magiging g of x, which is x squared plus 3. Instead na x isulat mo, yung g of x, x squared plus 3, at ang g prime of x natin ay 2x. So when you simplify that, that's 2x cosine x squared plus 3. Hanggang number 3 ang sasagutan ko, and then you'll do the remaining problems. If there is some clarification, please use the chat box immediately or unmute yourself.
Sir, bakit po nawala yung x sa cosine po?
Ang x kasi natin ito. Kasi composition. Ay, sorry. Ang x kasi natin ay ito. Kasi composition. G of x eh. F prime of g of x. Di ba nawala ang x dito? Nawala to. Kasi pinalitan ko nito. Kasi yun ating magiging g of x. I hope nasagot ko yung tanong.
Opo, sir. Thank you po.
Okay. Try natin itong number 2 para hindi malito. So, ang h of x will be, palitan natin ito ng 5 kasi it doesn't make sense kung 2 lang yan. Kaya siyang isolve using kung hindi chain rule. 5 po yan ha. So, this will be h prime of x which is equal to 5, 2 over x minus 1. Magiging 4 na yan. Tapos derivative ngayon ni 2 over x minus 1. So this will be 5, 2 over x minus 1 raised to the power of 4. Ang derivative nito ay denominator muna, tapos derivative ng numerator ay 0. Derivative of constant is 0. Minus numerator, derivative ng denominator ay 1 over x minus 1 quantities. So this is equal to 5. I-rewrite ko lang to siya as 2 to the power of 4 over x minus 1 to the power of 4. Same lang naman yan, di ba? Nire-write ko lang. Ito ay 0. So magiging negative 2 over x minus 1 squared. Yan. So next is, i-multiply natin lahat ng numerator. That's 5. 2 to the 4th power times negative 2 over, yung baba natin ay the same na x minus 1 when you multiply it, that's x minus 1, 6, kasi 4 plus 2. So, ibig sabihin, the derivative of the function is 5 times 16 times negative 2, 4 plus 2 ko nga ito para hindi mahirapan. We have x minus 1, 6. So this is 5 times 16 ay 80 times negative 2, negative 160 over x minus 1 raised to the 6th power. That's the chain. That's the derivative one. Question? Isa pa. Again, so panalito pa yan. So, ito lang yung magiging ano yan, first step. Derivative, so 5 minus magiging 4, tapos kunin mo yung derivative nung nasa loob ng parenthesis. Try natin dito. So f of x is equal to 1 over, i-write ko lang, 4x cubed plus 5x squared minus 7x plus 8. Pag yan ay nire-write ko, that's 4x cubed into exponential, 5x squared minus 7x plus 8 raised to the power of negative 1. So ang f prime of x natin will be negative 1, 4x cubed minus 5x squared minus 7x plus 8 multiplied ng derivative nung nasa loob ng parenthesis. So this will be equal to negative 1, 4x cubed minus 5x squared minus 7x plus 8. The derivative of 4x cubed minus, the derivative for x squared cubed is 12x squared. Derivative of negative 5x squared ay negative 10x. Derivative of negative 7x is negative 7. Derivative of 8 is 0. Kalimutan ko. Negative 1, this is negative 2 pala. Kasi negative 1, ito, minus 1. Kaya siya maging negative 2. So, ibaba mo ngayon, kasi naka-negative 2 pa siya. So, this is 12x squared minus 10x minus 7 over, this is 4x cubed minus 5x squared minus 7x plus 8 raised to the power of 2. So the final answer here is negative 12x squared. Bakit minus 12? Plus pala ito, sorry. Minus 10x plus 7 over 4x cubed minus 5x squared minus 7x plus 8. Question. You have to simplify One should still have a negative exponent, one should still have a radical sign in that denominator, and one should still have a fraction exponent. So if in case for x cubed minus 5x squared minus 7x plus 8 raised to the power of 2, you don't need to simplify that. You only simplify three things. Denominator has a radical sign, fraction ang exponent, negative ang exponent. I wanted to try number 4. Change natin to siya kasi parang walang sense kung 2. Gawin natin siyang 4. Gawin natin. Sige. I-copy and then alam ko kapareha siya ng number 2. Ilipat natin. Change ko na.
Yes po.
Yan ang kaparehas niya. Then use the chat box to submit your answer. I'm encouraging everyone to please, kahit mali yung sagot nyo, walang mawawala, submit natin yan.
Sir, pwede pong pabalik saglit. Saglit lang, sir. Okay na po, sir. Thank you po.
Don't forget to type your final answer.
Sir, may question po ako. Paano po siya naging quantity of x minus 1 raised to 6?
May 4 ka dito, tapos may 2 ka. Di ba pag nagmo-multiply ka, nag-a-add tayo ng exponent. Kaya siya naging 6.
Okay po. Thank you.
Those are 8x cubed, minus 16, 3x minus 1 raised to the 5th power. Saan ka 8x cubed minus 16? That's 8. Makakomplete. From Marit, negative 120x. Let's answer. Hindi ko alam kung saan kayo nahihirapan. Pero, sige. First is, i-rewrite ko lang. D over D of x. This is 2x plus 1 over 3x. Pangit ang sulat. So it's d over dx and then 2x plus 1 over 3x minus 1 to the 4th power. So when you get the derivative, that will be equal to 4. 2x plus 1 over 3x. While nagsasagot ako, you can submit your answer ha. Minus 1, ito ay magiging 3. And then derivative nung nasa loob, that's 2x plus 1 over 3x minus 1. That's 4. 2x plus 1 over 3x minus 1 cubed. Ang derivative nito is denominator, 3x minus 1, times the derivative of numerator, which is 2, minus numerator, 2x plus 1, 2x plus 1, sorry. Lagyan na natin. 2x plus 1, and then derivative ni denominator is 3 over 3x minus 1 squared. So this is equal to, this is 4 times 2x plus 1. This is cube. Ang baba naman dito ay 3x minus 1 cube. Multiplied by, this is 6x minus 2 minus, this is 6x, may negative ka sa labas, so maging 6x. 1 times 3, 3, may negative sa labas, minus 3. Over 3x minus 1 squared. So this is equal to 4, 2x plus 1 cube over 3x minus 1 cube multiplied by 0 to. So matitira mo dyan ay negative 5 over 3x minus 1 squared. So this is equal to 4 times 2x plus 1 cube, may negative ka sa kabila, over 3x minus 1, may 3 ka, may 2 ka, So magiging 5 yan. So this will be equal to negative 20, 2x plus 1 cubed over 3x minus 1 to the 5th power. Saan galing yung negative 1? In-expand nyo yung 2x plus 1.
Opo, sir.
Diyos ko, para naman may penitensya. Huwag na, kasi sabi ko nga, i-expand nyo lang yan kapag ka negative yung exponent, negative yung exponent, fraction ng exponent, tapos meron kang radical sign sa denominator. So, penitensya pala kayo, kaya pala ang tagal. Okay, let's have number 5. Yan. Second squared, 3t squared plus 2t. Sex squared, sabi niya. What about the others? Para-parehas. Okay, so let's answer. Tagal kami kanina eh. Derivative of ft. Ang ating tangent, the derivative of tangent is secant squared. That's secant squared, 3t squared plus 2t, and then derivative nung nasa parenthesis, 3t squared plus 2t. So we have there secant squared, 3t squared plus 2t multiplied by 6t plus 2. Hindi na natin masimplify yan. That's the final answer. You could have, or secant squared, 3t squared plus 2t multiplied by 2. This is 3t plus 1. Pero okay na to. Very good. Marami nakatama. Salazar, Alexa, um, Diona Jean. Tatlo lang pala. Nakasalubong sabi marami. The rest, I hope na sinusubukan kasi kawawa tayo pagdating natin ng grade 12 sa physics. Let's have number 6. Masyadong mabilis, sabihan ako, magtanong, number 6. Yun yung kanina. Find the derivative of x cubed plus 1. Kasi, wala siyang kaparehas pero itry natin yung kanina. Ilipat ko ha, para meron kayong sample. Yun na lang.
Sir, pabalik pa saglit. Okay na po, thank you po.
Remember, when you still have a radical sign in the denominator, you have to rationalize it. Three x squared. Bakit may zero? Plus 2. Salazar, you have to rationalize it kasi ang x cubed plus 1 raised to the power of 1 half is the same as the square root of x cubed plus 1. Same with Diona, you have to rationalize pa. Ang bilis ng oras. 6:21 na. Sige, alam ko nakuha naman yung concept, ano? Kasi ang dami pa eh. Nangalahati pa lang ako. Para ma-rationalize natin, so this will be equal to y x cubed plus 1 raised to the power of 1 half. So y prime there is 1 half x cubed plus 1. 1 half minus 1 is negative 1 half. And then derivative of x cubed plus 1. This is 1 half x cubed plus 1. The derivative of x cubed plus 1 is, sorry, the derivative of x cubed I 3x squared. 3x squared. So this is negative 1 half. So magiging 3x squared tapos 2. Ito ay maging x cubed plus 1 raised to the power of positive 1 half. Diyan kayo nag-stop, di ba? Ito ay kaparehas kasi ni 3x squared over 2 square root of x cubed plus 1. So you have to rationalize pa. So when you rationalize it, you multiply both the numerator in the denominator by x cubed, square root of x cubed plus 1. So this will be square root of x cubed plus 1 over the square root of x cubed plus 1. So which is equal to 3x squared square root of x cubed plus 1 over 2 x cubed plus 1. So the final answer will be 3x squared square root of x cubed plus 1 over 2x cubed plus 2. Yeah. Pilula ka, Kendrick. Nawala yung ano mo. Nawala ang denominator. From Alexa, 3x square root of 2x plus 1. Bakit in-expand mo? Bakit may x plus 1 pa siya? Out of the world. Isip ko saan galing eh. Saan kayo, parang wala naman dapat ikabahala dito sa number 6. O nahirapan sa pag-rationalize. Kasi ito tinama niyo. Pag-rationalize. So okay lang kung 5 points yan, 2 points lang makukuha niyo. Kung dito lang yung sagot niyo. Dun sa unang part ng derivative, pinapayagan ko kayo na merong radical sign pang denominator. The reason behind it is that it will be painful for you to rationalize kasi nagsisimula pa lang kayo na i-adapt yung concept ng derivative. So now, na medyo matagal na yung lesson derivative, hindi na pwede na yung denominator natin na irrational natin. Ikaw kung paano gawin. Let's try number 7. Number 7 is easy. Y is equal to 8x minus 3 raised to the power of 22. Bakit ang tagal? Madali lang to. Ayan, very good. 176, 8x minus 3 raised to the 21 power. That's correct. Eh sabi ko, ang dali neto eh. Yeah. Kasi ang derivative, tinan mo ha, 22 yan, so maging 22, 8x minus 3 raised to the power of 21. Tapos yung derivative nung nasa loob, which is, ang derivative nung nasa loob niyan is 20, sorry, derivative is 8. So multiply mo lang 8 and 22, that's positive 176, 8x minus 3 raised to the 21 power. Kaya sabi ko madali. Ang dami natin pero parang ilan lagi nagsasubmit ng sagot. Hindi ko narinig ito mga sa Abigail, sa Alicia, Alexandra, Arabel, Ashley, Syra, Emmanuel, Yuri, Nikolai, na-pronounce ko ba tama, Haneline, Irish, Jamia, Jamie. Hi, this is JC. JV, Jeril, Jezreel. Okay, next. Same siya dun sa number 9. Number 7, sorry. Yes, that's correct. Sorry. Oh, mabilis, di ba? Kasi mas madali din to. 24, 6, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4. 24, 4x to the 5th power. That is correct. So let's answer kasi 627 na may dalawa pang mahaba na sasagutan natin. Ganyan lang po sa So we have now 6, 4x minus 5, and then 6 minus 1 will be 5, multiplied by the derivative of 4x minus 5. So the final answer is 6. Hindi pa pala final. Derivative of 4x is 4. So this is equal to 24. 4x minus 5 to the 5th power. Madali lang siya. Yung number 7 and number 8. Let's have more challenging one. Number 9. Go. Cube root yan ha. Tandaan niyo yung umpisa ko kanina na nag-rationalize ako ng cube root. Sige. Parang kaparehas siya ni number 6. I'll change the slide. You copy muna. Pero ang number 6 ay square root. This is cube root. Yeah, rationalize. But this time, naka-cube root siya. Can I change the slide?
Yes po, sir.
Okay, sige. Same yan dito, number 6. We'll give you mga check 6:31 ang time. We'll check at 6:36. Dionna's answer is 4x squared, 4x square root of x cubed plus 1 over 6x squared cubed plus 6. Make it 6x cubed. From Salazar, 4x cube root of 6x squared plus 1 over cube root ba o 3 na lang yan, Salazar? Yung denominator mo. From Alexa, 4x cube root of 6. Saan kayo nagkamali? Bakit 4x pa rin kayo ng 4x? Hindi ba 12x na yan? Saan gali ang 4x? Niisip ko. Rationalize. Yung numerator na 4x, saan galing? Sige, may 2 minutes pa naman. Oh, nabago. 12x cube root, square root ba yan o cube root yan, Jeril? I think cube root, square root, 6x. Okay, it's 6:36. Let's see kung saan kayo nahilo, ano. So, f of x here, when we write that into exponential, that is 6x squared plus 1 raised to the power of 1/3. So the derivative would be 1/3 6x squared plus 1, and then 1/3 minus 1 is negative 2/3. Derivative ngayon is 6x squared plus 1. This is 1/3 6x squared plus 1 raised to the power of negative 2/3. The derivative of 6x squared plus 1 is 12x. Kaya hinahanap ko bakit siya nag 4x. And then, dahil negative yung exponent, ang 1 ang numerator times 12x, that's 12x over 3, 6x squared plus 1 multiplied by the exponent of 2/3. I mean, raised to the power of 2/3. So, iyan ay kaparehas ni 12x over, this is 3 cube root of 6x squared plus 1 quantity squared. Ano ang pinakamalapit na multiple of 3 pagkatapos ni 2? I presume, alam nyo na 6 ang sunod. So, kailangan kong ma-produce ang 6x squared plus 1 raised to the power of 6. To produce or to be able to produce it, i-multiply ko ang numerator and denominator by cube root of 6x squared plus 1 raised to the power of 4. Para ma-produce ko yung 6x squared plus 1 raised to the power of 6. This is over cube root of 6x squared plus 1 raised to the power of 4. So that will be 12x cube root of 6x squared plus 1 to the power of 4 over 3 cube root of 6x squared plus 1 to to the power of 6 na ito. So the final answer will be 12x cube root of 6x squared plus 1 to the power of 4. Bakit 4? Yeah, 4. Over, this is 3. 6 divided by 2 will be 6x squared plus 1 to the power of 2 na lang. Kasi 6 divided by 3. Pwede mo ba itong masimplify kung gusto mo? This is 12x. Mailalabas mo kasi isang 6x squared plus 1 dyan. Maging 6x squared plus 1 cube root of 6x squared plus 1. Kasi di ba yung cube root of 6x squared plus 1 to the power of 4, yan ay kaparehas the cube root of 6x squared plus 1 cube times 6x squared plus 1. So, pwede ko matanggal yung isa, 6x squared plus 1, cube root of 6x squared plus 1. Kaya ko to nakuha. Over, yung denominator, wag nyo nang isimplify, wag nyo na kayo magpendepensya. Yan. So kahit saan sa dalawa tatanggapin natin. Maganda kung ito. Pero kung ito ang sagot mo, nakuha mo pa rin ang maximum points. Saan ang galing ang 4x? Iniisip ko saan galing ang 4x eh. Okay lang, wala rin nakakuha sa STEM 5 kanina sa number 9. 4x. Iniisip ko saan galing yung 4x. Ah, okay. Gets ko na. Dinivide niyo yung 12x and 3. Okay lang. So, pwede pala itong masimplify, which is 4x. 6x squared plus 1 cube root of 6x squared plus 1 over 6x squared plus 1 quantity squared. And then, iniisip ko yung mga sagot niyo saan ang gagaling eh. Kasi pwede pa natin ito masimplify. May 6x squared ka pa dyan. Eh, iniisip ko saan papunta ang sagot niyo. Okay? Now, sige. I'll give you siguro 30 seconds to digest number 9. Then, if you have some questions, please type it. Or unmute yourself. Wala? Okay. Let's have the last example. For the last example, you will be doing the chain rule twice. Dalawang beses ka mag-chain rule. Here. na 16 second to the fourth. Ano itong 92? Maka-parenthesis to. 2x cubed. Tama ba ako? 2x squared pala. Ay, 2x cubed? Ano yung 2x cubed? Di ba 2x squared? Ano to tangent 92? 16x to the fourth, 2x cubed. Tangent 2x squared. 4 second. Bakit 4 pa din? Di ba 3 na lang? Kasi second to the fourth eh. Di ba 4 ito? Di magiging 3 na lang siya. Ah, okay. Nagets ko na kasi may second ka pala sa kabila. Saan galing yung function? Bakit may 2x cubed ka? Di ba 2x squared lang? Pinag-plus mo, no? 2x, 2x. 2x squared. Sige, we still have 3 minutes. From Alexa, 16x second to the fourth, 2x to the fourth, yeah, 2x squared lang pala. Tangent 2x squared. Okay? Kendrick and review 16 x second to the fourth, 2x squared, tangent 2x. Nakuha madami ha. Very good. Kasi kanina wala nakakuha eh. So, here, let's answer this. The derivative would be, since that's second to the fourth power 2x squared, that will be 4 second cubed. And then 2x squared multiplied by the derivative of what's inside, which is yung second na lang na 2x squared ang kukunin mo. Okay? So this will be 4. Mali. This will be 4 second cube 2x squared multiplied by the derivative of second 2x squared, that's second 2x squared tangent 2x squared. And then, sinabi ko na dalawang beses ka magdi-derivative kasi yung second 2x squared is a product. So you have to get the derivative of 2x squared back. So this is 4 second cube 2x squared, and this is second 2x squared tangent 2x squared. The derivative of 2x squared is 4x. So you multiply it. Meron kang isang second dito, meron kang tatlong second dito. So that will be 4 second to the fourth power na to. To the fourth power, 2x squared. Huwag nyo pagpa-plus yung 2x squared kasi para yan siyang variable. And then, tangent 2x squared multiplied by 4x. So, final answer will be 4x times 4. That is 16x second 4 2x squared tangent 2x squared. Alam ko marami nakakuha. We have Dionagen Castillo, got it correctly. Kendrick and Rubio, tama din ito. Alexa Acero, tama. Tatlo lang pala. Kaya madami. I hope yung mga tahimik sa klase, I know it's not an easy lesson. You have to try to exert some effort. How are you going to understand this one? If you have some questions and clarifications, you can send me a private message and I'll try to be as responsive as I can. Huwag naman kayo mag-chat ng hating gabi, utang na loob. Ako din naman ay natutulog din. This will be your activity number 4 to be submitted sa Learn Management system. Nawawala ang signal ko. So numbers 1 to 3, parehas lang yan kanina doon sa one, yung exponent na 22. So madali lang yan. Ano pa? Ang number 5 parang polynomial ang dating. Madali lang din. Ito lang talagang magsusolve ka ng bongga. Activity 4B. Okay, wait a minute. Kukunin ko yung attendance.